In an era where technology evolves faster than we can blink, the landscape of learning is undergoing a seismic shift. Gone are the days of rote memorization in dusty classrooms. The future promises a dynamic, personalized, and immersive experience that caters to every individual's unique needs. Imagine a world where artificial intelligence acts as your personal tutor. Virtual reality transports you to ancient civilizations, and lifelong learning becomes as effortless as scrolling through your social feed. This article delves into the exciting possibilities of the future of learning, exploring how innovations in tech, pedagogy, and societal shifts are reshaping education for generations to come. Education has always been the cornerstone of human progress. From the oral traditions of ancient tribes to the digital classrooms of today, learning adapts to the tools at hand. But as we stand on the cusp of the 2030s and beyond, several megatrends are converging. The rise of AI, the ubiquity of connectivity, demographic changes, and a growing emphasis on skills over degrees. According to experts, by 2040, over 85% of jobs will require skills that don't even exist yet. This necessitates a radical overhaul of how we learn, teach, and assess knowledge. In this piece, we'll break it down into key areas: the role of AI and machine learning in personalization, the integration of immersive technologies like VR and AR, the shift towards lifelong and collaborative learning, the challenges of equity and access, and ethical considerations in this brave new world. Buckle up. The future is bright, but it's also complex. Artificial intelligence is not just a buzzword. It's the engine driving the future of learning. Picture this. A student struggling with algebra opens an app, and an AI tutor instantly diagnoses their weak spots, offering tailored explanations and practice problems. This isn't science fiction. Platforms like Duolingo and Khan Academy already use AI to adapt content in real time. But the future holds even more sophistication. By 2030, AI will likely incorporate natural language processing, NLP, advanced enough to converse like a human mentor. For instance, imagine an AI that analyzes your voice tone to detect frustration and switches to a more encouraging approach. Machine learning algorithms will draw from vast datasets of learner behaviors, predicting not just what you need to learn, but how you learn best. Visual, auditory, kinesthetic, no problem. Personalization extends beyond content. Adaptive learning paths will adjust difficulty on the fly, ensuring no one falls behind or gets bored. In higher education, AI could curate entire curricula based on career goals. Want to be a data scientist? Your virtual advisor maps out courses, internships, and even networking opportunities. A study from the World Economic Forum predicts that AI could boost global GDP by $15.7 trillion by 2030, partly through enhanced education outcomes. But it's not all rosy. Privacy concerns loom large. Who owns the data on your learning habits? Schools and tech companies must navigate this ethically. Moreover, AI biases could perpetuate inequalities if trained on skewed data sets. The future demands transparent, fair AI systems. Emojis aside, let's think about gamification. AI will integrate reward systems, turning learning into an addictive game. Earn badges for mastering concepts, compete in global leaderboards, or collaborate in virtual teams. This taps into dopamine-driven motivation, making education engaging for all ages. In K-12 settings, AI assistants could handle administrative tasks, freeing teachers to focus on mentorship. Automated grading with instant feedback loops means students iterate faster. For adults, micro-learning modules delivered via smartwatches, bite-sized lessons during commutes will make upskilling seamless. The integration of emotional AI adds another layer. Systems that recognize and respond to emotions could support mental health in learning environments, detecting burnout and suggesting breaks. By 2040, we might see AI companions that evolve with you from childhood to career, a lifelong learning partner. Immersive technologies, learning beyond the screen, virtual reality, and augmented reality are set to revolutionize how we experience knowledge. No longer confined to textbooks, learners will step into history, science, and art in ways that ignite curiosity. VR headsets will transport students to the Roman Colosseum, letting them walk among gladiators or dissect a virtual frog without the mess. Medical students could practice surgeries in risk-free simulations, reducing errors in real life. A report from PwC estimates VR/AR could add $1.5 trillion to the global economy by 2030 through training efficiencies. AR overlays digital info on the real world via glasses or phones. Imagine pointing your device at a plant and seeing its biology breakdown pop up, or collaborating on a project where holograms appear on your desk. Microsoft's HoloLens and Apple's Vision Pro are early harbingers of this future. For language learning, AR could label objects in your environment in the target tongue. In corporate training, employees simulate high-stakes scenarios like crisis management. The metaverse, a persistent virtual world, could host global classrooms where avatars interact seamlessly. Accessibility is key. These techs can aid neurodiverse learners, for example, VR calming environments for those with anxiety. However, cost barriers exist. Future subsidies and open-source platforms might democratize access. Mixed reality, MR, blending VR and AR, could create hybrid classrooms. Teachers beam in holographically from afar, or students collaborate on shared virtual canvases. Environmental education benefits hugely. Virtually explore melting ice caps to grasp climate change urgency. Challenges include motion sickness and digital divides, but as hardware shrinks and prices drop, adoption will soar. By 2050, immersive learning might be as common as smartphones today. Lifelong and collaborative learning never stop growing. The future isn't about cramming knowledge in youth, it's lifelong pursuit. With careers spanning 50+ years and rapid tech changes, continuous upskilling is essential. Platforms like Coursera and LinkedIn Learning already offer on-demand courses, but tomorrow's will be hyper-personalized. Blockchain-secured credentials will verify micro-credentials instantly, making portfolios more valuable than degrees. Collaborative learning explodes with global connectivity. Peer-to-peer networks via apps let experts mentor novices worldwide. Social learning in virtual communities fosters diverse perspectives. Workplace learning integrates seamlessly. AI-driven learning in the flow of work suggests resources mid-task. Gig economy workers access just-in-time training gigs. For seniors, brain training apps combat cognitive decline. Community centers become hubs for intergenerational learning. Equity matters. Bridging urban-rural divides requires affordable broadband. Governments might mandate lifelong learning credits, like tax breaks for courses. Sustainability education embeds in curricula, preparing for green jobs. Emotional intelligence and creativity, hard for AI to replicate, gain prominence. Equity and access, bridging the gaps. While tech promises wonders, it risks widening inequalities. The digital divide, access to devices and internet, persists in developing regions. Future solutions include low-cost devices like solar-powered tablets and satellite internet, example, Starlink. AI translation breaks language barriers, making content universal. Inclusive design ensures tools for disabilities, voice commands for visually impaired, captions for hearing impaired. Policy plays a role. Universal basic education evolves to include digital literacy from cradle to grave. Public-private partnerships fund infrastructure. Cultural shifts, decolonizing curricula to include diverse voices. Women and minorities in STEM get targeted programs. Monitoring progress with data analytics ensures no one lags. By addressing these, learning becomes truly equitable. Ethical considerations, navigating the moral maze. As we embrace tech, ethics must guide us. Data privacy, GDPR-like laws for education data. AI fairness, auditing algorithms for bias. Who decides what knowledge is important? Over-reliance on tech, balancing screen time with human interaction. Mental health impacts of constant connectivity. Job displacement. Teachers become facilitators, not lecturers. Reskilling educators is crucial. Sustainability. E-waste from devices. Green tech innovations needed. Global governance. International standards for EdTech. By prioritizing ethics, we ensure a humane future. The role of teachers in tomorrow's world. Teachers won't be obsolete. They'll evolve into guides, curators, and inspirers. AI handles rote tasks, allowing focus on critical thinking and empathy. personalized coaching for teachers, too. Recognition of their pivotal role ensures retention. Emerging trends, biotech and neural interfaces. Brain-computer interfaces, BCI, like Neuralink, could download knowledge directly. Ethical minefield, but potential for accelerated learning. Biotech, nootropics and gene editing for enhanced cognition. Debate on designer brains. Quantum computing speeds up complex simulations. Case studies, real-world glimpses. Finland's play-based learning. Singapore's AI integration. Africa's mobile edtech. Challenges ahead. Overcoming obstacles. Cybersecurity threats. Misinformation in open platforms. Funding shortages. Solutions. Robust protocols. Fact-checking AI. Innovative financing. The economic impact. Investing in minds. Educated populations drive innovation. ROI on edtech investments high. Corporate involvement. Google, Apple in education. Cultural shifts. Learning as lifestyle. Learning becomes hobby-like. Podcasts, YouTube as primary sources. Community-driven knowledge wikis. Environmental integration. Green learning. Eco-focused curricula. Virtual field trips to conserve resources. Conclusion. Embracing the horizon. The future of learning is boundless, blending tech with humanity. With emojis symbolizing joy, let's commit to an inclusive, ethical path. The journey starts now. Keep learning.